Hi, my name is Mark from NZS.com. Just quickly, NZS.com is a directory for New Zealand websites and provides a great deal of website resources and community tools to help New Zealand business owners get themselves found online. I'm just going to fly you through a quick intro to Google+, just because I know there's a lot of people out there waiting for their invite, or they've got an invite but they can't get in yet. And I thought it'd be kind of cool to tease you guys with an example of what you can do with Google+. So I'm just going to talk about circles and sparks, basically. Hangouts is a really cool a video group chat thing for up to 10 people. So pretty smart and fun, but sort of deserves a video of its own. So I'm just going to talk about circles and sparks today. Let's just quickly go through. So the old profile was a semi-smart profile online about you, but wasn't really used sort of by a lot of people, wasn't really mainstream. Google Plus has incorporated that Google profile into Google Plus and connected it with +1, with the sharing button, all that sort of thing to make it really useful. The old Google profile URL actually now redirects for me to this page on Google Plus, showing my public Google Plus profile. So very similar to Facebook in the setup. You got your left column here with your big profile photo, and then you've got what Google Plus call the stream. So basically the Facebook wall, but quite functional in the way it can be used. Quite slick graphics and animation. You can flick through the photos in the public photo profile photo album there. You can imagine some creative types doing a few kind of smart things with that. You've got your profile main area here. Those really smart, nice little albums that are graphically animated. When you jump into them, they in a square old format, they fit themselves to the picture really nicely. Circles. The Google Circles is where a lot of the functionality is at. And it's basically an insight into what Google have looked at existing networks, looked at what works well, what doesn't work so well. And I think one of the main things they found was perhaps with Facebook, where the transition from personal Facebook to professional Facebook and public Facebook was quite cloudy. It could sort of be done, but it was difficult to get to. No one was really doing it. And it was all kind of tricky. People were posting things they wouldn't want others to see, but not really knowing how to set the privacy settings to change that. Circles makes that really easy, and you can see by the way they've set up these circles with the notes next to them, they've got it. They understand why this is really useful now. So you can see here with the notes, you've got one for your friends here, and they call it your real friends, the ones you feel comfortable sharing private details with, your family, your close and extended family with as few or as many in-laws as you choose, which is a good place to stick people you've met but aren't particularly close to. So you can see that they just know what they're doing here. Really easy to drag people into those circles. So you just select a bunch of people, drop them together in there. You can see it's all really smooth and quite nice and graphical. Three main areas for finding people to put in circles. So you've got your find and invite option here. When the tag comes up, they say our best guess of people you might want to add to a circle. Get more suggestions by importing contacts from your email account. So they've actually basically already got access to your Gmail account if that's what you've signed up with for this. So if we were to scroll down through this list, you'd get to all my Google contacts. You can also import your Hotmail contacts and your Yahoo contacts. Obviously can't import your Facebook contacts yet. Facebook wouldn't be sort of so happy about that. I'm sure people are finding ways around that though. People have added you. So these people have added you to a circle. You may or may not know them. They may have just seen you around, seen something you've said publicly and wanted to add you to one of their circles. So you can check out who those people are. They've tried to connect with you and are interested in what you've got to say. So maybe you're interested in what they've got to say as well. And already in your circles. So this is kind of here so that you can add them to multiple circles if you wanted to. Good that Google are quite clear and the users are notified when you add them to a circle, but they're never actually told which circle. They're never told the name of the circle, because you can obviously create your own. So you could have, I'm in the web industry, I could have a web professional circle that I want to add people to, but they would never know the name of that circle they're being added to. Circles come in handy here, really. So you've got your stream here. By default, it shows everyone in your circles, or all of your circles combined. Hopefully down the track, Google allow you to set a default circle so you only see updates from a particular circle, which would be kind of cool, but not available yet. So to do that at the moment, you'd jump into circles here, so-called social media contacts, which is people that I already know through the likes of Twitter and Facebook already. I can put those into a particular stream here, so I only see updates from those people. Likewise, when I post my update, you can see here it's selected by default that particular circle. So when I make that status update, only that circle sees it. So you can see instantly that's going to be pretty cool for separating your personal updates with your professional updates and the updates you want to be more public. Likewise, you can add your photos, videos, links, and location to that. Location comes in really good with the iPhone and the Android apps as well for Google+, where it takes a bit of Foursquare's kind of flame, really, in that you can check in to places. You can add comments in the same way as on Foursquare you'd add tips. All pretty cool. And in fact, these streams themselves, they kind of, they kind of show connections with, if you're familiar with Twitter lists, where you'd create a list of particular people that tweet about one particular thing, or they're from one particular industry. So you may create a list of all the people you know on Twitter that are photographers, so you can see only updates from those photographers if you wanted to. This works in a similar way here, but you can make an update to only go to that particular list, which you can't do in Twitter and all that kind of thing. So let's just jump around quickly to Sparks. So with Sparks, this is similar to the rest that you added to your profile. They weren't just words on a screen. They actually linked kind of a page that had information about that interest. Sparks works quite a lot like a search stream that you add to a shortcut in your menu, so you can get to that stream more often and more. They have some defaults here, which are purely just hints and some ideas. You can put anything you want here, though, of course. So you might want to, hey, let's correctly. Good job, I don't do copywriting or anything, hey. So you bring up a stream here, and it just shows a bit of a search around for content online that's about social media. So you can share straight from here. You can scan through, check stuff out. But then you can save this to your interests. So if this is something you want to keep checking back on, you add it to your interests. You can click down here and it brings that stream back up again. So we'd have the Google stream, it just brings up that Google search in a way and gives you information about that particular topic. One of the cool things about the notifications in this is you've got this menu bar at the top here, which a lot of people noticed became black for their Google accounts sort of a few weeks ago, really, when you're just on google.co.nz or you're on your Gmail, and you get this menu bar at the top here. Google Plus adds this share functionality to it here. So no matter where you are in the range of Google services, you can post a new update, add your circles again, do what you like, share links without leaving the page that you're on. Similar to the notifications, nothing new here. You've got your notifications in a list. But what's quite cool is that you can jump through these and play around with, do all sorts of stuff to accounts and to updates and, again, all that kind of thing, all from one place without leaving the page that you're on again. So really smart that you can do that. What's also really cool about that is you can access that same menu from your Gmail. So you'll be going through your emails. A notification would come up in the top corner, quite discreet, just comes up as a number. But you can quickly jump around, play around in there, do some stuff on Google Plus without ever leaving the emails that you're on. Same for your documents, photos, reader, things like that. So all really cool in the way it works. So I think that's enough of an intro for now. That's Google Plus. I'm Mark from NZS.com. Thanks.